Hello, Kawans. I, Little Cat, am here to bring you Immortal Part 1. Also, happy Wesak Day yesterday to all who celebrated it, and happy Constitution Day for Norway. I found out that today. And in Norway, they
Woo!
call it the 17th of May.
We do call it that everywhere, I think.
Norwegians call it the 17th of May. All of us, it's like, oh, okay. But since I don't know what the 17th of May is, can you tell us a little bit about it?
It's the day that Norway got its constitution in 1814, the 17th of May. It was signed.
Wow. That's impressive. I would not know those dates. I mean, I know the independence of Malaya, but you
Mhm.
know, it's dates are hard. Anyway, in session 31, the gang managed to meet up with Ethis, but not after being suspicious of her childlike disguise. She gives them a short briefing and set them on their way of securing safety for the Beloshes. Farid is also allowed passage through the halls, although the conditions of him staying or leaving were not specified. We continue as you all breach the entrance into the cacophonous bustle of the halls proper, and in front of you stands a familiar face. Madame Fila. Boss takes this opportunity to excuse herself to find more information about the goop, amongst other things. Madame Fila smiles at her as she leaves for the library and continues to smile and address the rest of you. But while she does this, you look behind her to the help desk and find someone else manning her station. Madame Fila, who is in front of you, is holding a clipboard with some papers on it. There's a pencil behind her ear, and she's looking all of you from over the top of her glasses, which is halfway down her sharp nose. Ahem. I'm here to help all of you check in your guests. Ethis says that you'll need help. Here's the forms that you'll need to fill for. She looks at the Miloshes with a small bit of concern. Um, Hey, why don't you guys sit over there? I'll have someone bring you over some coffee or something. And she crouches to be on the same height as Mina. Sweetheart, do you need anything? Mina looks at her mother and then backs to Madame Fila and shakes her head. The pigtails given to her by Max bounces with equal tentativeness before she leaves with her family to the specified table. Teg, on the other hand, cannot hide his amazement and is hardly listening. Now, where were we? She says as she's safely out of earshot. Right. Forms for the civilians. She. Hang on. Who's that? She squints at Farid, who has made himself as small as he can behind Wendigo. She's staring at Wendigo now.
Employee.
Is he. Hang on, nobody told me there was extras. Um, what's your employee's name?
Farid.
Mr. Farid, it would be great if you would go sit with that family over there as well. Uh, yes, pardon my apologies. And then he walks off really quickly. Himself, very, very small and scuttering. She looks confused. She's like, usually it's not proper to just bring in random people. And then he sort of whispers to all of you in general, and she goes, he's probably gonna get his mind wiped.
US Mission Success Factor.
I understand that, but we don't bring all mission success factors into the halls. It's kind of a secret place for like clubhouse members only. When you were little, you would have like clubhouses. Some of them no girls allowed, some of them no hymns allowed. Anyway, these are the documents, and then she passes you just a whole stack of papers to be filled. But it's fine. I filled some of them for you. You just have to sign here, here, and here. And I understand that part of them being here means you want to talk to that guy that you brought in previously with the two girls. There's this document you have to sign as well because I'm assuming you want to meet him. Is there anything else you want to do before you bed down for the night and we sort of whisk them away to the civilian center?
I want Farid's document.
Farid's document. He doesn't have any documents. I
L-
I think you're gonna have to speak with Ethis on this. I literally have no jobs here beyond helping you guys do paperwork. Like I don't hold sway on anything. She'll be in I think tomorrow morning. So you have like an overnight sleep, if you will.
Valerius would look over at Unlock and ask her whether she could handle the paperwork. If she can, Valerius is gonna continue research on the stuff that he procured from Kel.
Cool. Can do.
All right,
I don't know how to
Valerius.
spell your name, but I'm sure that's fine, right?
Valerius sighs a bit, grabs a random piece of paper from his pouch, pulls it out, writes his name, hands it to her.
I was joking.
Valerius gives a smile. I know. And he turns around. All right, I'll see you guys later. Then he heads off towards the library.
Mm-hmm. Okay, Valerius disappears. She is looking at all of you intently, waiting for the papers specifically.
Oh, yes. So the forms that need to be filled out, where do I get those? Do you have them? Can I?
She sort of
How do you
points.
process people that are being brought in? I don't know anything about this.
I just told you, and then she points to the papers that you're holding.
Do you have a pen?
She points to the pen that are on the papers.
I want to seal your pen.
Sure.
I'm gonna go sit in the corner and start filling them out, and just
She
get the family to come with me and just sit down. Yeah. Last
if
time we
you're
came
going
in here with guests, we put them in a cell and started interrogating them. So you know.
yeah, you know for a fact that they're considered civilian guests and they will have their civilian quarters, as she explained just now.
But
Uh-huh.
I'm assuming I can't put them in their civilian quarters until after I've filed the forms, right?
Yes, yes.
Yes.
If you go sit with your guest, she will stop you and she's gonna be like, I suggest you don't do the papers in front of them. It's kind of confidential.
Oh, okay. I will sit a little bit away from them where I can still keep my eye on them and
Yeah,
start
they're
filling them out.
make me a perception check on what's going on over there.
Okay. Just FYI, Good is not happy with the bureaucracy.
Wendigo
No
knows what
problem.
he's doing.
Okay.
I know what I'm doing, and he will just walk over and sit beside Farid.
Okie dokie.
22.
You are sitting next to Farid. With the 22, you see the family and Farid, and Wendigo is sort of lumbering towards them. Before Wendigo gets there, they're excitedly looking at everything. There's somebody feeding them. Not literally feeding them. There's somebody bringing teas and coffees and other beverages. There are sandwiches. It looks like a little like tea party over there, and it's delighting the little girl. Farid is a little bit suspicious of the whole place. The two parents, you think, waylaying their suspicion to allow this to happen, and then when Wendigo gets there, they all sort of quiet down a little, get the decorum in order, since these two are not very very well dressed, and start eating in silence, eyes darting everywhere, just seeing all the different races moving around, all the shiny walls, all the drapery. It's amazing. You continue signing the papers. You read through it. Nothing out of the ordinary. Nothing that you've not seen Bosk fill out before. You
Okay.
recognize the prisoner, not prisoner release form, prisoner interrogation form
Mhm.
that you have seen so many times with the name Iral and the details.
Right.
But you also see attached to that form a request, and there's a post-it note on it asking, "Would you like to have the family with you while speaking to Iral?" Question mark. And then
Mm,
behind that post-it note is another form allowing civilian entry into the holding cell for interrogations.
it's the mother that is related to Iral or the father?
The mother.
Yeah.
The father
Uh,
wasn't too keen on hearing
yeah.
Iral's name.
Yes, I thought so. I will take maybe only her. So someone can confirm to Iral that we did actually do what we promised.
Just randomly, Morgana is looking around and she does a random nature check on a orc, wondering why he's covered in dirt. She doesn't know because it's a natural one. Could be anything. Uh, okay. Sorry, what would you say? What did you say?
So I said I will probably arrange for it so only the mother, Elena, comes with
Helena. Yeah.
Helena, sorry.
You tear away the post-it note, crumple it up, and you put it aside, and you write Helena's name on the sheet. You sign that
Yes.
paper. That's one document done. Another document, very simple. It's lodging, and what you see on the lodging papers is very, very different from what you had been given last time with your more dangerous captives. They were captives. These are civilian guests. You see a notice, a request for a 2-bedroom apartment in the civilians' quarters. It doesn't specify anything else, but it does show a layout of the room. And one room has a master bedroom with an ensuite bathroom. And you're like, this is pretty lavish.
Uh-huh. Fucking hell. All right.
And then you see the other room with 2 beds, and you assume it's the kids' room. That's fine.
Yeah.
A living
They're
room.
never gonna want to leave. Fucking hell.
Um, and a good feeling washes over you, thinking, okay, although they might not want to leave, they're gonna have to.
Yes. No, the good feeling will wash over me when we have placed them somewhere safely. And yep.
And then you do see a last piece of paper. This is formally addressed to your party in particular, asking, where should your civilians be stationed in the future if there is any inkling to what they would want?
Somewhere warm and safe, far away, with lots of food and lots of an easy life.
Do you write that down?
Yep.
Okay.
Specifically that I wanted to be warm because they've lived in the cold for a very long time.
Okay. You
But
write
not
that
like
down.
desert, but like, temperate.
You write that down, and then you sort of see at the corner of your eye, Madam come back to you with 2 more pieces of paper. At a glimpse, they are similar to one that you just filled for the civilians. And she goes, I realize that you have an extra, uh, for read, I think. But don't fill this in yet. I'm just handing this to you in case you do need to. I've marked out the places that you would need to fill with his name, especially because I don't know him. And he's a surprise. Maybe talk to the
Happy
big guy.
surprise?
Concerned surprise. People
Look,
here
I
don't.
didn't know that Wendy was gonna bring him either, and but here we are. You know?
I mean, if he's here, I'm guessing that Ethis thought it was fine, or she has some kind of way to make sure he's gonna be fine. Look, and don't worry about it. She's gonna be in tomorrow morning. Might I suggest you enjoy your stay here? Um, when do you want to see this guy anyway? Like
What time of the day
ASAP?
is it right now, by the way, out of game?
It is nighttime when you left, but it is daytime here.
Okay. Probably sooner rather than later, actually. So, would I be able to take Helena with me and check on Iral? Maybe today?
Oh yeah, definitely. He's actually probably ready. We just need to go through this. So it'll take 15 minutes.
Oh, that's fine. I would like to, show them where they're staying and stuff first. Let them kind
Right.
of settle in a little bit.
Let's give you 3 hours. Are you all right with that?
Sure.
Sure. And then she sort of looks at the papers. Do you mind if I take them?
Go for it.
She takes, and then she sort of slowly inches her hand to your shoulder to see if you'll buck out of the way. But if you don't, she'll rest her hand there and just be like, look, you guys look like you've been through a lot. Relax. It's fine. It's a lot of
You don't know
paperwork,
that.
but it's a lot of paperwork, but that's why I'm helping you. Also, you got the nice guy. Etienne, one of the easier ones if you got like the other guy. I forgot his name. Bald fella. Oh. If you got him, I would
I
kind of
think
panic
we
for you.
we have the little halfling woman child now, I think.
At this. Yeah, she's kind of strict, so good luck. And then she walks off.
Cool.
You are left to your own devices with the family sort of eating with Wendigo. Wendigo, you're just sitting there, watching this happen. What are you doing?
Wendigo will join in the little tea party awkwardly.
Okay, you sort of hear the little girl fussing with her mom, insisting that she try and pour the tea into the cups. And the mom is like, sure, sure, but be careful. It's hot. And the kid's like, of course it's hot. It's tea.
Actually, what's Farid doing at the moment?
He has shrunk into
Mhm.
negligible size, um, emotionally. Physically he's there, but make me an insight check on him. Four.
Tanking begins right now.
Wow. Okay. Got that tanked. You think he's scared? Maybe?
Wendigo expects as much, so he will sit with Farid and just without words give assurance.
I'm gonna roll to see if Farid sees your assurance. Oh, he do. He sort of sheepishly looks towards you with a side eye that moves to a full head tilt. And then he nods and he reaches out for a sandwich. You, from a distance, you know that the sandwich is cucumber and butter. So you stay away from that. And
Yeah,
then he starts
Wendigo will
munching.
pass the sandwich because rabbit food is good for comforting smaller people.
It's cucumber sandwiches. Delicious. But definitely out of Wendigo's palate. There's a quiet crunching noise amid people walking and laughing and talking. Um, you catch a whiff of blood and you turn around and you see a different party has come through the entry gate, and they're a mess. They look as tired as you feel, but they're a mess, and they walk in a different direction. And you see another group laughing and laughing and laughing and going towards the gate. And today it seems as though things are busier than usual. Cat.
Wendigo's going to devote most of his attention just to indicate to Farid that he's around.
Okay. Farid is just there. He's quiet. He's very, very unsure about this place. But if the family looks alright and nobody's trying to stab him, he's gonna be fine. Morgana, what are you doing? You're watching this happen. Are you with a family or are you doing paperwork?
I am using all my free time to scribe spells.
Okay, so what you did was you see the paperwork is fine. You see the family is being taken care of. You excuse yourself and you go back to the room. Is there anything you want to do? Anything else aside from scribing?
At this point we haven't rested, right?
No, not yet.
Morgana would like to take a shower.
Okay. You have all the facilities available to you. You know how to do everything. And we will cut back to the people at the table.
Oh wait, also Morgana makes a mental note to tell the team about the school thing.
The school thing. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
We go back to the entrance scene. You see that the family is slowly running out of food options, and they look towards Gunlaug, who is still at another seat.
Do I know where the little apartment where the family can stay is?
There is a small map for you that you have taken.
Good,
And
good. Do I now have access now that the forms have been filled out, or do I need to wait for them to be processed?
the forms have been filled out with the map. You have access, and you are their
Okay.
chaperone.
Cool, cool, cool. Okay, okay. Yeah, do you want to go check out your home for the next probably couple of days?
Helena stands up and greets you and goes, yeah, I think anything would be good.
Nice. Are you guys hungry?
We should be fine. We've had sandwiches, and
Okay.
they're really good, tasty, clean.
I know the food here is really good. It's very fucking annoying.
I don't know whether to be thankful or. And then she looks at her two kids who are just still stuffing their face. Gunlog, you see the same muffin that you saw that was given to the two sisters. The orange poppy seed. And that's slowly being shoved into the mouth of Mina.
Oh,
Like she's not even thinking, she's just going
Yep.
Keksa!
enjoy.
You see Helena sort of straighten her back and look around and find her son, who is now a decent way away from the table. And then she, like, very motherly, gives a loud cough. And immediately you see her son turn around and look at her in absolute fear. And then
Good.
slowly walks with teenage swagger back as if nothing happened.
Get in line.
looks
Yeah,
at
I'll take them to their rooms. Look at the map and say, please take me to the rooms where the guests are staying. Please? Come on. Do it.
The map
Stupid
gives
map.
you an arrow. The tiny, much smaller map gives you an arrow, and all you have to do is follow it.
Okay.
You still remember that although there's this home for this family, there's still a question about Farid.
I'm assuming he'll stay with us for now.
Okay.
We'll figure Farid out after.
You figure out a way to the rooms. You feel like it's a bit further than all the other locations you visited with your other map, but eventually you reach beautiful gates that are covered in vines. You think it's made out of wrought iron as it opens. It's got brick pathways, very temperature controlled. You see lights illuminating nothing in particular. It's just there for decoration. Beautiful bushes. You see other people walking. The arrow eventually takes you to a little cottage type house with a very nice veranda. You already know what the inside looks like because you've seen the layout.
But I don't know how Flash is gonna be.
No, it is not flash at all. It's very quaint, it's very comfortable. It feels as though an old grandmother is going to come out and greet you with cookies and milk.
Okay.
And
So this
then
is the place. There's bedrooms there and there. I don't know what else to say.
I let's why don't we all go in and then we can sit down and sort of talk about what we're going to do. And then she sort of backs up next to you as her children and her husband go in, and she goes, "This is what you meant by we're seeing Iral, right?"
At this place, yes, I was actually gonna request that. I don't think everyone needs to go see him, but maybe you can come with me.
My husband doesn't really like him, so the further away we keep him, the less problems we'll have. I don't particularly want to see Iral either, but if I have to, I want to know why we're here.
Because we promised him that we would get you out safe.
She nods. I don't need that answer from you. I want to know from him
Ah,
why
cool. Yep.
he
I
insisted. Given the hospitality that we've had so far, and then all of you finally get into the house, you see a warm hearth being lit. You see some hello cookies, some tea and coffee making facilities. You also see like a pantry kind of thing. And you already see the son, Teg, sort of open the pantry, and he just keeps taking food items out of the pantry, closing the door, opening it, and taking more food items. And then he turns around, he's like, "Mom, the food doesn't disappear."
What?
He just continues doing that. And she sighs and she's like, "As you can tell, my children love it here. But I have a feeling this is not where we're going to be staying for long."
I mean, probably Gunlag says this as she's walking over to the cupboard to go check for herself and also take things out and close it and open it up and see if there's more.
Okay, what
Yeah,
food are you thinking of?
Whoa. You know what food I'm thinking of.
The waffles, yes, yep.
Yeah.
But specifically, tell me what they look like. And what are they on? Are they in a box? Are they on a plate? Like, what is in your mind's eye?
Stacked on a plate, and there's a little jar of blueberry jam. and they're thin, and there's like a little star with just like hearts. Is what it looks like.
Okay. You also have to wrestle with the teenager. So make me a dexterity roll.
You have to wrestle with the
Hunt
teenager.
this kid out of the way. And
Natural
23.
20. You see this kid reach out for the door again, but before he reaches there, you zip in with your hand to the handle and you open it up. And he looks kind of offended, but he's like impressive. And inside, it's just a simple shelf. Maybe a 2 foot by 2 foot box that now has a plate of the exact waffles that you imagined.
What?
It even smells right. And the
Take
boy
him
is
up,
sort of-
put him on the table, and just tell the boy to start eating.
yeah, he takes it and he's like, "What is this? It smells
What do you
delicious."
think? Yeah, eat it.
He
Oh,
eats it.
put some of the jam on it.
He eats it with the jam. He's like, "What is this?
Oh, you tell me. Is it good or what?
Is it biscuits? Is it? This isn't pie. It doesn't look like pie."
Just eat it.
But then he sort of speaks up, "Mom, what is this?" The mom's like, "I don't know." And now he's shoving his face, but he also has one that he's picked up to give to his little sister. Farid looks at you and looks at Wendigo and he goes,
Have some waffles.
thank you, but also, am I also staying here or?
You can
Look good, Wendy.
wherever you want.
Sure.
Not gonna lie, this place is way cooler than where we're staying. I want to stay here. This is much. This is infinite waffles.
Infinite waffles. This is not normal for you in... I heard them say something about civilian quarters.
I think this is for our esteemed guests, which are you right now.
The family is now no longer paying attention to you. They are unloading their one sack of clothes between all of them.
Is there any extra clothes or anything in the closets? I'm gonna go check. I'm gonna think before I open the closets. I'm gonna think. Be
Unfortunately,
some normal clothes in there.
you open the closet really quickly. But whatever garments you were thinking of does not appear. It's got
Okay.
linens, towels, but no
well.
clothes. You check the other cupboards as well. No clothes. You think that the clothes should usually be furnished by the persons. And having clothes appear out of nowhere could probably destroy an economy from a small country somewhere.
Food wouldn't. What?
Food is a perishable good.
Alright.
Farid sees you walk around and then he goes to Wendigo. He's like, I don't really feel comfortable going out of the civilian, he does bunny ears, quarters, considering I heard that the kind lady with the glasses, she said that I am a surprise. Maybe the less I know of this entire operation, the better.
All right.
I will take care of this family if anything goes wrong, which I highly doubt. This is a very picturesque area. And then he goes to the magic food making cupboard and he opens it. And Gunlag, you recognize a kebab. And he happily takes it and starts munching.
He was sold by the food cupboard.
Food
That's why he
food
doesn't want
cupboard
to
man.
leave.
Make an insight check with advantage.
Ooh.
Wow, magic.
Don't need to insight. I know it's true. 19.
You know it's true. Search your feelings.
He's like, oh Wendy, I don't think I should be out there. What he is actually thinking is there's a food cupboard that makes whatever I want. I will never
It's-
have to leave again, actually.
You, Wendy, you recognize his face when he says this. It's not of, it's the concern is there, but it's also the same face peeking out as when you were at the spa. It's the I'm
Well.
comfortable. I don't want to leave.
That's fine. It's not like Wendigo is going to leave either. He's
Okay.
going to hover.
He's going to hover like a worried dead. It is late, but you still have 3 hours. What are you doing? Are you sticking around with the family? Is there anything in particular both of you want to do?
Wendigo will stick with Farid.
Okay. Good luck. You have a friend in the library, and Valerius is going to tinker.
No,
I
he's
have
at
a
the
friend in
library too.
as in-
Sorry,
as in
library.
Bosk is at
Tinkering
the library,
library.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Are you researching together?
No, Valerius is gonna look for Catherine and see if he can enlist her help.
You should
Okay.
share a table.
Okay. Because the thing that they're looking for are two very different things. So Bosk will be at a different side of the library. Okay. I am going to quickly move. Sorry, Gunnog?
I'll probably just stick around for now. If I can get a quiet moment with Helena later, I will kind of try to give her a bit of a rundown.
Okay. Okay. You know for a fact that when it's time to go see Iral, your necklace will buzz.
Ah.
Because that is the modus operandi. We will move to Valerius, who is searching for a blue dragonborn. The person at the counter is like, Catherine, she's not here today, but she will be here tomorrow.
Valerius
can-
is like, that's a problem. I might not be here tomorrow.
A look of panic flies across this young elf.
No. It's fine. It's not that I need her urgently for something. It's just before this we worked on a project together, and I mentioned back then so if I happen to come back and make some progress to tell her.
Okay.
How
Here.
confused does she look?
He actually
Oh, he. Okay.
is sort of. Make me an insight check.
Okay. Does he just look confused? Hang on. Where is inside?
It was panic
No.
first. 6.
Yeah. See, all the good rolls are gone.
Maybe it'll get better.
Oh,
Like
sick.
good luck had 4 natural 20s today. Think about it.
So far, yeah. Holy shit.
Your insight does not help you, as the previously panicked face is now swept with a panicked but sort of questioning face. You think this person is new-ish, but you're not sure. Would you like to leave a message?
Valerius thinks about it from when it's like, no, it's okay. I'll just come by another time and hopefully she's here. Thanks for your time. Valerius nods to this man and then he turns around, finds a workshop to start tinkering.
Workshop appears to you in very quickly. In fact, you go to the
There's
same
a
one.
door. Oh, okay, cool.
Like
I
a
would
door
like
doesn't
to-
appear in front of you. It's like you turn the hallway to the left, and then suddenly you're in the
It's
correct
there.
area, and you're like, "Oh, I remember
Okay.
that room. I'm gonna
Cool.
go in
All
it."
right. So I would like to make progress on the thing. I believe I had 3 bars of progress last time out of 8.
The DM cannot remember, but that should be correct.
According to my notes,
Let
that's what it says. So.
me check. I have a tab that says anti-magic device. Yes.
Okay. What check? Hang
Um,
on. Fuck, I need to scroll up. What check do I make? What session was this again?
you need consecutive work on the 3 hours you need to spend. And I think you need to do a tinkering check of your choice.
Okay, no problem. I shall make that check now. Let's go. 27.
27. That is great. That is another pass for you.
Yeah.
That is
All right, one
5
more.
passes, no failures. Okay.
Wait, what? No, that's going to be 4. 4 for 4. Counting today, there'll be 4 passes, not 5.
Oh, I have 4 before, so I would say you have 5 instead of 4.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cool. For the rest of the time, I will just make a Rubik's Cube for Teg and then a small soft toy. I don't know, any soft toy for the little girl.
Okay. Make me a straight wisdom check to see if you think Teg will like a Rubik's Cube.
14.
14. You start thinking of a Rubik's Cube, but seeing how Teg has engaged with you, with the world, how he views everything, and how he has sort of carried himself, you think this Rubik's Cube better be explosive.
What? Wait, hold on.
He is less
Wait.
a man of straight intelligence and a man of I'm gonna do things. I'm gonna break something.
Okay, if that's the case, then can I just like create something and then disassemble it and basically give him a model kit to build?
Sure.
I know how ridiculous that sounds, but no.
I love it.
You give him a tiny Gundam model.
Yes.
Okay.
I'll give. Yeah.
Tell me what you're making essentially, because he was very interested in what you were doing, in your trinkets, in your machinery, but you don't think he has enough training, as old as he is. It's not all is not lost. He just has to study harder.
No,
Oh,
I'm not
God.
gonna make him a gun.
Oh God,
Ah!
That'll be horrible.
it's a terrible
Okay,
idea.
So Valerius sits down from when he thinks about it. He's like, He remembers a time way back when where he was privy to this project that was being made. It was essentially a cart, but instead of using wheels and horses to pull the carriage or the cart, it was basically just the like not anti-magic, anti-grav floating technology shit. Basically, what Valerius uses for the fuck, what is this thing called again? The floating disc, yeah.
Ah, the tensor's floating disk.
Yeah, so he's gonna replicate a model of a carriage and then infuse it with a little bit of magic so it floats maybe like a centimeter off the floor.
Okay.
For a moment, I thought you were going to give him a spare floaty.
No.
He cannot.
I
He can
cannot,
only make
unfortunately.
one floaty. He can make a model floaty.
There would be screams within seconds.
It's a floaty alarm clock.
Yeah, Valerius will also spare one of his extra Tinker's tools so he can mess around with it whenever he wants. And then the other stuff in the future. So in case he needs to break down a door, he can do it.
Okay. So for the tiny tensors, let's name it after you. It's Valerius's model tensor. No, it's Valerius's floating cart.
Okay,
Bracket
cool.
model.
Disc of
Um,
velocity.
Velocity.
Val's velocity. Something.
Oh god, that sounds hilarious.
The yeah, working title. We'll workshop it.
We'll workshop it, yeah.
Make me straight
Tinker's tools check.
make me a straight intelligence check with whatever bonuses that you get.
Yay. Alright, hold on.
And a tinker's tool check with advantage.
I'm going to what's the word called? I'm going to shit, what's this thing? A flash of genius that intelligence roll.
Sure.
So Valerius, before he like starts like writing down his own plans, he pulls out his eye, was like, oh wait a minute, I should probably reference back the old design schematics, and pulls out the tablet and starts looking through the old designs. And now I will make the Tinker's Tools check. Hang on. Query attribute. Submit. Unnat 20.
You have that with advantage. So,
Oh, cool. I shall
roll
roll
again.
again then.
yeah,
23.
very good. You have made enough. Your intelligence check is good enough with your +4, right?
It's a +5, so it
Okay, so
becomes a
+5
19.
+1. It's good. It's good. That you managed to first come up with a schematic that you can feasibly create something from, and you think this is a very good toy that you could probably mass market if you can get somebody to handle the production for you now that you have like a proper working blueprint. Like
Oh,
this
dear
is
Lord.
legitimately good. You roll that up and sort of begin to chip away at your marvelous new toyland invention. At the back of your mind, you start thinking of a teddy bear. This happens concurrently because you rolled really, really good. What kind of teddy bear were you thinking of? Like, how is it made? What is it made with?
Well, Valerius is proficient with both jeweler's tools and leather workers tools, so maybe something a bit more durable that's meant for more for display rather than playing.
Display.
I'm not. Yeah. So maybe something that looks really good but kind of fragile because leather.
That checks out with your wisdom. Sure.
Yeah, this is not that wisdom.
You didn't see her shovel mountains of muffins into her face.
Did not see
so-
that. Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, that checks out. How many hours do you want to spend? You rolled really high for the floaty thing.
We arrived at HQ roughly 8 p.m. Right?
Yeah. We're using Carrera time for ease.
Oh, okay.
Like time here is nebulous. Nobody actually asked.
I will spend. Were we given a time? Like, what time do we need to get up in the morning? You just said
No.
morning, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I will expend enough time so that I can get a long rest and wake up at around 10 o'clock.
Okay. I would say you work through enough to get a very, very like the shape is there. The components are there. You just need to sort of infuse some magic. And you can probably do that when you wake up.
Okay, Valerius goes like, all right, that's enough for tonight. I'm just gonna clock out now.
The bear, on the other hand, you were so invested in making this floating thing, or the soon-to-be floating thing, that you think, I'll leave that till later. I would like you to make me a wisdom check. Like a straight wisdom. No modifiers. Just wisdom.
No modifier. Just modifier.
11. This
Screw
is
it,
a-
I shall flash of genius this because why not? It's nighttime. Oh, this is horrible. Yeah, so it becomes a 16.
Okay. You start thinking of bequeathing a very, very fragile toy to a child who you've seen use the toy that she has as a pseudo bludgeoning weapon, or you have seen her crush it in her hands when she's afraid, and you think maybe something fragile isn't a good idea. She'll cherish it, but it may not come away without any scrapes or be demolished entirely.
what toys are for? It's okay.
I know, but still, Valerius is in her like, no, this must be the perfect
It
thing.
needs to be
Fuck.
perfectly designed.
Wait. What if I make her a cloak?
She definitely will
That
not
should be.
like it's less destroyable.
Is less destroyable, and yeah. I'll fashion up some sort of signet and then just make it attached to the thing.
Okay. We will deal
We'll
with
point
that.
out if you're looking for things to last, this is a small kid. She'll probably grow out of it in less than a year.
I mean, here's the thing with cloaks. I mean that is true.
Because
Okay, you
she's
know
very
what?
small.
That is true. Shit,
You're
I forgot.
rich. You can
I'm
make
a child.
adamantine toys.
I don't think I have that kind of funds for that. Fuck it. I don't know what to give her because like you said, she's a child. She's gonna grow out of any equipment I ever make for her. I mean, I guess I can give her a
No.
bat.
Anything that's like fitted to her, she will grow out of. But who cares?
Okay.
I would make something practical like a stopwatch, but I don't have the knowledge for that.
Okay. You do spend the whole time with the cart. So whatever you want to make for her, you essentially have one sleep to figure it out.
Okay, I'll look at my character list and see what I can do. I'll get back to you later.
Okay. Gunlog, do you want to take any of the people who are not with you into the interrogation?
You mean as in the people that are studying and are busy?
Yeah.
I'm assuming we would have talked about this beforehand if they wanted to come or not,
We can do a flashback.
and just whoever confirms that they want to come, I will go pick up.
I know Morgana is going to be
this is the time
busy
to speak up. Yeah, and
because
Bosk is busy.
Busk is busy, so it's just Valerius.
Valerius, do you want to come for the interrogation?
You can pull me away. I don't mind.
Okay, I will let Valerius know. I don't know if Wendy wants to come or if it's wise that the person who ripped off this dude's arm is coming.
You know his answer last time.
Cool. So I'm gonna take Helena with me, and we're gonna go find Valerius. On the way, I will kind of explain to her a little bit more about the circumstances.
She listens intently. What do you tell her? She's walking with you, very quiet.
So you are aware that
Do you tell her
we
that
were
the arm ripper is currently in the same house as her husband
no,
and children?
no. No. So you're aware that we made a deal with Aral to go and get you, right? And I
No.
think you understand that he used to be with the people that came after you. So we were also after the people that came after you. And Aral has agreed to help us with that and give us information about that. And his terms was that we got you out. Having said that, he is not as welcome of a guest as you guys are here. He is in a holding cell. He's not. He's being treated nicely and fairly, mostly.
You see her sort of while walking close her eyes as if she's trying to collect her thoughts.
He's not a guest, he's a captor here.
He's always been technically a terrible person. I don't understand why he's trying to help us. I'm assuming something happened that he wants to make amends. Is he dying?
I think he thought he would by betraying the people he was working for.
I don't know who he was working for aside from the fact that we were
I know.
ambushed.
Yes.
I
And
don't
you
want
were
to
also
be in
not
that
aware
situation.
that you were, I think you and the people that live at that in that village, I think you're purposely being given not enough food. so you can't leave.
Make me an insight check.
Okay. I think that's their way of controlling.
What is happening, Haste? What?
But wait, is that I didn't click that. What is happening?
That's
don't know.
cat. That's cat.
Yeah,
Cat,
okay.
why?
I was confused. Only 12 inside.
It's good enough. She's not really hiding it. But this is sort of gauging your understanding of other people. You've seen this expression before when you were helping people in the slums. It's a light bulb of understanding what the situation they were in is. Like this sudden illumination of their situation. And you see a sneer creep on her face and then disappear as she tries to collect herself. And then you
Yeah, I
see
was kind of angry too when I realized.
you see her jaw clench, and she remains silent for a good 5 minutes. And then she
Um,
says,
Arel will be free once he helps us. I think, as far as I understand, and I guess you and him can decide if he goes to the same place you go, or if you don't want him to go where you go. He will, in that case, probably not ever know where you guys are, and you will never know where he is.
I think that's for the best.
All right.
When he left us, it was a long time ago. We were children. I don't know how he made us connected to him.
Look, I think
Or
these people just look for any weaknesses, and as far as I can tell, they've been holding your and your family's safety over his head for a long time. That's how they keep him in line. I don't know.
weakness. If ever there was a time where my family, his family was a weakness. People change. I'm trying to be civil about this.
Hey, don't look at me. I don't actually know the dude other than that he wanted us to get you out of there. You can feel however you like about him. You can, I don't know, have however many fights you want when we get in there. Just, I'm bringing you so he can see that we've held up our end of the bargain.
She nods. I understand. You find yourself in front of a door that says workshop. And you hear noises of tinkering inside.
I do not knock, I just open it and go in.
Valerius, you are halfway into cutting up a piece of metal. It's very fiddly. Make me a dexterity check with advantage
Someone's about to
as
barge in.
the door opens. 14. Okay, it's good enough.
Okay, thank God.
You cut and the door opens abruptly. And you almost slip with the tiny scissors that you have in your hand, but you manage to save. And the slip cuts away from the shape that you wanted to make. At least it's away and not inside, that you don't have to make another template.
Oh, thank God.
Hey.
I just imagine Valerius, like, as soon as the door opens, he like slightly miscuts, turns around, attempting to throw the scissors like a throwing dagger at whoever just opened the door. It's like, oh,
I feel like
it's
that
you.
wouldn't be the first time, and I feel like he has thrown scissors like as if they were throwing stars before.
Yep, the only
Yeah.
reason why the scissors does not go flying is because he also sees Helena.
It's like, oh, civilian, okay. Lowers down the scissors. Oh, hey, Gun, what's up? And he sets the scissors down, takes a deep breath, is like,
So we're gonna go have a chat with Iral. You indicated
oh,
that you wanted to come along.
right. Valerius sets down his tools, reattaches his lower LCD screen to his chest, and turns on his armor and starts following.
Okay. I'm not 100% sure what we need to get from Iran at this point, actually, since we wanted information on Kel and he's in Morgana's bag.
Well, if what my friend said is true, it appears that the Ursa Coppers has a larger network than we believe. It looks like a General Basul based out of a Pillar Grounds might be involved as well. Maybe we can get some information about her.
Yes, I mean, obviously we'll ask. I'm assuming that he'll have no fucking clue.
Valeria shrugs and is like, well, we've already did what he asked for. Might as well get what else we can get from him.
Pretty much.
All right, I follow them out the door.
Okay. Eventually, all of you make your way to the holding cell. You see Iral in the room waiting, still armless.
Nope.
His other hand is chained to the table so that he doesn't run away or do anything strange or dangerous. You see Helena, although she has said such negative things about him, her face does change. It's softer. And then she looks at you and she goes, Can I go in? Do I just go in?
Yeah. You can. Just remember that he's as angry as you've been at him. I think he's had a pretty fucking horrible time for the last many years since you saw him.
She shrugs. It's been a long time. And then she walks to the door.
I'll
She
follow
pauses.
behind her and just kind of like a couple of paces behind and go in with
Okay.
chaperone. Yeah.
She pauses in front of the door. She takes a deep breath and she knocks before holding the doorknob. She just holds it.
Valerius will speak up, slightly a bit softer voice, a bit more kinder. So don't worry, we'll be right here.
Another deep breath. And she opens the door. And immediately, both of you see Iral stand up. The chains clink as it moves away from the table. And for the first time, you don't hear defiance in his voice. You hear relief. Helena? You're okay. You're okay. I can't. I'm chained to the table. I can't. And then he sits down again. And you see tears come down from his eyes. And you try and look at Helena. She's sort of facing away from you, but you also see her shoulders bunch up. Somebody told you sold us out. I didn't mean to. I didn't mean to sell you out. They just wanted names. I give some names. You were the only one I had left. Then why did you leave? There was nothing there for me. The town was dying. Helena, please. Look, I'm here with the family because of them. And she turns around and she points to the two of you. Door now closed. You're inside the room. He looks at you, again, eyes no longer defiant. Here's the thing. He starts, and then Helena looks at him and she says, look, whatever you're going to talk about, I can't see you right now. Bye, Iral. And then she leaves.
Valerius, as she's heading out, like whispers to her, like, "Do you need an escort back?"
She She shakes her head and then she whispers back. She's like, I'm just gonna sit outside, and when you're ready, I'll go with you back to the cottage. I just can't talk to him right now.
Valeris gives her a nod and closes the door behind her and steps forward next to Gunlock.
So, your family is safe. They're here. They're being looked after. And they will be given somewhere safe to go that no one will know.
I didn't have high hopes. I expected all of you to fail. Ursa Corpus, they're very dangerous. You obviously know that.
Kind of found out the hard way.
Yeah, it wasn't easy.
I am prepared to help you as far as I can. I know enough about the organization. I was demoted.
Ah, that's why you were on diplomat duty.
He tries to hide the fact that he's offended. Am I still choppy? Like, can you guys hear me?
I can hear you just fine.
Okay.
Yeah, sounds fine now.
Okay. He goes, that was probably about 7-8 years ago before I was demoted. I just wanted to leave. But apparently, once you sign up with UC, you don't leave.
Yeah, no shit.
Yep. At this point, Valeris pulls out a chair for both he and Gunlock and pulls out his own data pad.
And I'll
Alright.
pull up my notebook.
We have things to talk about now.
What do you
I
want to know?
suppose first, how did you get recruited? How did you get in with Ursa Corpus?
I left. Left that little village.
Shithole, yes.
Myself to Roar, actually. And I fell into a rough crowd. The usual. Nothing special. I have some skills, so I guess they decided I would be good as a grunt. Smart enough, worked my way up. But I want to let you know that the people that UC is, they don't compare to who they answer to. I'm sure you heard of a Basul.
About that, yes. I understand that she's a general within the Apelio grounds.
No, a lieutenant general. They call her the general. She's good at what she does.
Okay.
She controls a lot of things. She even does a lot of little donation drives to hide her stuff.
Right. Now, what do you know about her specifically?
Personally, I like to take her down. I have a personal vendetta with her.
Okay,
I can
what
get
for?
you various reasons. Do you really want to know?
Yes, all of it, every single detail.
He starts telling you for about an hour and a half in detail exactly what he was tasked to do. There were several raids. There's also a bunch of working with smugglers to bring in
So,
slaves.
when you say raids, you mean the brothel raids or similar or something else?
Similar.
Okay. And then human trafficking. Cool.
Human trafficking. He was also put in charge of stopping refugees from coming in. He sunk a few ships.
Can I just for a second go back to how you got in with Ursa Corpus again? And was all of this service voluntary on your part?
The service is technically voluntary.
hold on. When Valerius backtracked slightly to the stopping refugees from coming in and whatnot. How long ago was this roughly? Like how many years ago?
More, he tells you the refugee stuff was like a continuous thing. It's probably still happening now, but he left about 7 years ago. Well, he was demoted about 7 years ago because he wanted to leave.
Wait, that happened 7 years ago. I thought he fled from his village 7 years ago.
No. He's been with them for a long time.
How old is the
Hmm.
little girl, and how did he know that he had a little niece?
The niece is 11 years old.
Okay, and is that how long it's been since he left, or?
Do you ask him?
Yes.
He said the last time he seen them was 7 to 8 years ago.
Okay,
Mhm.
so he's seen them after he left.
Before.
Before, okay. That's what I was trying to figure out timeline-wise.
Yes.
How long has he been with Ursa Corpus, and how long
He tells you
after
he's
he...
been with Ursa Corpus since he was 14.
How old is this man?
Late 30s.
And when did he leave his village?
14.
Okay. And when he went to Bror and fell in with a gang, that gang was Ursa Corpus?
Presumably.
Okay. What
He
do they
pretty
call
much,
themselves? Is that a gang that's still around these days?
they call themselves Ursa Corpus. Look, lady, I don't know if you realize this, but Ursa Corpus has been around for a really long time.
Oh, that's why we need information from you. We don't know shit.
Well, you could be nice about it.
Okay. Let's go on to a different line of questioning, yeah? Then Valerius gives Gunlock a calming nod and he goes, okay, what about your equipment? Some of the stuff that you've been using, at least your compatriots have been using, are rather top shelf items. They must have not come cheap. Who's your supplier?
I can't tell you who the suppliers are, but I could tell you they're all Basul's contact.
Valerius taps the little LCD screen on his
As
on
in
his
you
chest.
don't know, or as in you can't tell us?
As in that it's way above my pay grade and they don't tell me these things.
Okay.
All right. Valerius nods. Is like, all right.
Look, I know how to get in. I know how to get to her. I don't know if it's safe to do that still, because it's been years, but at least I know how to get there.
Okay.
The question is, what do you guys want to do? I mean, you're talking about equipment and stuff. I'm assuming, what, who came after you?
Well,
We don't need to
Look,
answer that.
he looks at Gunlag and he's like, I understand you don't trust me, but listen when I say I'm willing to die at this point because you saved my family. I respect that. But if you don't want to
Oh.
trust me, we can finish this now.
I'd like to roll an insight check.
Go for it.
Yeah, same.
I have no doubt, out of character, I have no doubt that this man is willing to help us. It's just that how much information, just how much do we want to go with this?
You
Yeah,
believe that
I'm just like,
he
just
is...
because
Uh-huh.
just because he wants to help doesn't mean that we need to tell him everything.
Yeah.
Yep. You believe that he is telling the truth. You also see sort of an excited glint in his eye when he talks about getting back at General Basul.
Okay.
So, how much of the, let's see, human trafficking, I'm assuming drugs is part of this. I'm assuming a lot of different things. How much of that is General Basul? How much of that is Kel? How much of that is, well,
Kel's a grunt.
right?
He
Kel
was a
works
grunt.
for Basul. She
Yes.
could kill him if she felt like it. She could kill me if she felt like it, but she didn't.
Yes, I get that. But how far removed from Basu was
Maybe-
Kel. We were under the impression that he worked closely
Uh,
underneath her.
May I suggest something?
Go
Mhm.
ahead.
Why don't we try and get an updated org chart?
What?
An updated org chart is much easier to understand than this.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Yes.
All right. I open Canva on my tablet.
Canva.
Sorry.
Very good.
Yes. I'm just wondering, yeah, once again, how closely were they working? Because we were under the impression that Kel answers to General Basu, but like more as a direct report.
He nods.
I'll
That's
hand
right.
Kel the
You're not
tablet
wrong.
and the thing.
He sees Ursa, Kel. He sees pretty much this picture right here.
Yes.
And then he goes, what's this deal?
I'm a deal.
Yeah, I'm a deal. I'm a deal. Your little friend that works closely with Kel, the one that can talk in people's minds.
He shakes his head. I don't think I know this person.
Interesting.
But aside from Kel, there are two other people not as good as he is.
Okay. Who are they?
They are in the Apila Grounds army.
Okay.
What are
One
their
of
names?
them is Felipe.
Felipe. Okay.
Um,
And the other one is
race
Nakazaki.
and description. Do we get that as well? And like a
Yeah.
general
Yeah.
rundown of abilities.
Felipe is I'm not very good with like the organizations of the army. He's a pretty big guy, beefy.
Beefy dude. Human,
He
I'm
fights
assuming.
good. Yeah. Kind of tan skin. Kind of a dick.
Like dark hair, light hair.
Uh bronzy kind of hair.
Okay.
Kind of a mousy
Okay.
face. Dark eyes.
Okay.
Okay, what about this other individual?
Nakazaki is, if I remember correctly, she's an half orc with something else. I say she.
Okay.
That's what I think she is. Brown skin. You see him sort of think back. Buzz cut.
Is he making a history check by chance? I would like to flash of genius that shit.
How are you flashing genius with somebody that you don't know?
Valerius is just throwing out ideas. Could they possibly be bigger build, smaller build, yellow eyes? I'm basically just throwing out all the character customization options from an
Okay.
RPG game, and
Is this
hopefully
when
one
you
of them
throw out that
sticks.
game?
What?
Is this when you throw out that weird board game where like you try and describe someone and like see if the other
Yes.
person gets it?
Yes.
Like, guess who?
It's guess who? Does he wear glasses? You definitely help.
Okay, cool.
But he's thinking more because it has been a long time. And he hears you helping. And he goes, "Look, it's been a long time, and when you're stationed under Kel, you're pretty much barred from seeing the rest of the organization forever."
How come?
He's like the warden.
So is he like the
He's
penal regiment
punishment.
where the problem? I see. Okay.
you fuck up, you go to Kel. If you
Okay,
fuck
he's a
up in
thief.
front of Kel, you lose your life.
What did you do to get you stationed there?
I wanted to leave. Look, lady, pay attention.
Okay. Who did you tell? Why did that
Obviously,
become an issue?
obviously, I told the people I thought I trusted, and then they decided to tell Basol. Or eventually, word leaked out at Basol before I managed to run away. Even that was a stupid idea. She would have found me anyway.
Probably. And oh, by the way, the other two people that he just described, did they seem familiar to us? Have we seen them or heard of them?
No, you have
Felipe and Mazzoki.
never heard of these people before. Although, Valerius, you think that your friend Luke might be able
Mhm.
to help you on this.
Yep. He's like, okay, cool. Valerius like asks, like, just to make certain, like, Felipe and Mazzoki, those are the actual names, right?
Yes,
Okay, cool.
And what do they do for the organization?
lots of things. Same thing that I did, but they ran the gamut.
Okay.
So the troop
They
leaders.
pretty
okay.
much plan things, and me and a bunch of other people will execute.
And they report directly to General Basul.
He nods.
All right, so if I'm getting this straight, basically, Kel, this person you don't know about, and then Mazzoki and Felipe are the lieutenants, and then Kel is the one issuing the orders, and they carry out those orders.
He shakes his head. I didn't know about Kel until I was being punished.
So the main people that actually executes her orders is Mazzoki and Felipe.
He nods.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Are they higher level than Kel or about the same and a different branch?
He he looks at you again with the I thought I told you.
You're not very good at explaining.
You're not very
Valerius
good at
like
listening.
Valerius like cuts in a bit. It's like, he did mention that they're not quite on par with Quell, slightly weaker, I believe,
Well,
wasn't
I
it?
think that was, in strength. That doesn't necessarily mean in rank.
Valerius expect. You
And
know,
then he
you are
breathes
right.
out. He's like, "Look, Kel exists in the periphery, but they pretty much are kind of the same.
Okay.
Except you don't find out about Kel until you fucked up."
That's okay, because no one's going to find out about Kel anymore.
Mm-hmm.
He looks at you with interest.
Valerius makes a show of like in the little thing on you over here where it has Kel's name. Valerius just crosses an X over it.
You see
Can
a
I touch your
smile.
screen and draw a skull?
Yep.
Go. You see a smile sort of creep across his face. And then he goes, "Look, if you decide to kill me after, I don't even care anymore. I'm helping you."
I
Kel's
think
dead.
see, like this man is genuinely happy that Kel is actually dead. Okay, cool.
Like, you don't even have to roll an insight. Like, this is the face of glee. But you also see why, like, this person is unhinged.
Yeah,
I
don't
mean,
look so fucking smug.
Schadenfreude is stronger than survival.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Good, like I said, you don't need to look so fucking smug. When we took out Kel, he was a hair's breadth from taking your family and making them dog food.
But you're here.
We are.
Look, my plan was if you didn't come back with my family, I was gonna get rid of myself anyway.
Oh yeah, speaking of that,
Are you?
can you
My arm was
tell?
already gone.
Yeah, speaking of offing yourself, can you tell us about this? And then Valerius like flips his tablet to a picture of the goo-like substance
Yeah.
that Doc Boss retrieved from the bodies of the dead UC.
There is mostly confusion because he looks at you and he looks at the picture and he's like, "The vial of black stuff."
This was. He looks over to Gunlock to confirm again. So this was a
Yeah.
worm, right?
Yes, and it was inside some of the people that was following Kel, and I think when they were maybe considering breaking rank or something, it seemed like it kind of took over them and made them go all crazy and then die painfully, and it just ran out of their ear, and we grouped it up.
There is visible disgust.
That might be inside you, I don't know.
If what you say is correct, I went to defect ages ago. Not dead yet.
Yeah, I don't know.
Valerius looks over Gunloy and mentions like this could be a more recent development thing compared to what this man went through.
He's only been here for like a couple of weeks.
Couple weeks is enough time for protocols to change, unfortunately. I should know better. I was in the military.
Do you say that out loud, or do you have this conversation out loud?
I
Yeah.
think, yeah, we have it out loud.
He looks at you and he's very concerned. Look, I don't know what they put in our bodies, but do you have anybody that can, check? Whatever this is might be new, but if I had something,
Sure. We just don't know, how to check necessarily. We can probably look. I don't know how we're gonna find out for sure.
he looks very concerned now. You're sure that this change happened after they tried to run away, or
No. Not sure or anything.
We're honestly not too sure.
you see him sort of like do some mental calculations on how or what this is.
Rest assured, we will have our best look at you to ascertain whether he shakes the tablet for effect is in you or not. If it is, we will do our best to remove it. You have our word. Well, my word.
Yeah. Hey, what if we can find out how to control it and make sure that he doesn't betray us?
Oh man, Doc Boss is gonna have a field day if she can find out how that works.
I mean, not that would be ethical, of course.
Valerius
He-
looks at you. I doubt the things we've been doing recently can be considered ethical.
he shakes his head. He's like, it's fine. At this point, it doesn't matter. You need a guinea pig, sure. Look, my family's safe. I don't really care anymore.
Okay. Valerius continues on with the questions. Oh shit, I need to look through my notes. What else do I need to ask?
While you're thinking, he goes, the reason why I'm mostly concerned is you don't want this thing popping when we're doing a run into a grounds.
Yeah, I get that.
That's true.
Which I don't think we'll be doing super soon. I think we want to find more information first.
Look,
Yep.
if you
Can I
asked
just ask
Kel,
what?
he waits
Sorry?
for you.
What made you want to defect?
I was done. I had
What was the
money.
final straw?
When you kill enough people, sometimes you just feel like, oh, maybe I'm gonna be a farmer. Maybe I'll go tend to a cat cafe. I don't know.
Okay.
My heart wasn't in it. When I was young, it was fine. It was fun. It was just a job. After
You're a
physically
piece of shit.
grabbing people by the hair and making sure they never surface out of water, and if they were children, does a number on you. Because the
Valerius
kids that my
nods.
sister
He
has
understands.
could be them. I guess you could say I gain a conscience.
Too little, too late. But yeah, sure.
The time for everything, I guess. It's great for you. You get some help.
Seems so. All right. And you said you knew how to get to the general. And what was it I interrupted you when you were trying to say about Kel?
Guys, I have a funny OOC thought here.
Mhm.
What if
Go ahead.
instead of curing the worm leech things, we find a way to get them to trigger. Because Vasu is going to be in a fantastic spot if the Apila ground suddenly goes up.
That's a.
Yep.
Not so good for some people, but it's a thought.
I was
I know.
thinking just even if we can figure out how to control it or how to trigger it, we could prevent people from betraying
Special
us or
whistle of
attacking us.
leechness or something.
Oh
Yeah.
God.
Yeah.
I recall back to this video of like people screaming and a bunch of worms just start twitching.
No. I want
me
to
go
see
see
it,
if they
but
can find that
also
video.
no. Okay, so
thanks.
he looks
Sorry.
at you. Well, because you mentioned you had a lot of time. You killed Kel. There's
Yes.
not a lot of time.
Not a lot of time until
She's gonna know. She's gonna be
yeah,
figuring
no
out
shit.
why. And when
Presumably
she
she
finds
already
out,
knows.
it's gonna be way harder to get to where she is. So the faster, the better.
I assume she already knows.
The longer you wait, the more time she has to prepare. And she's good.
The more time we have to prepare as well. If we go in now, we're going half cooked and we'll not know what we're doing.
Make an insight check.
Okay.
Found the video.
11.
Holy fuck. We're back to the bad rolls.
Back to nonsense.
There's
Oh,
twos
how
and
bad.
threes.
You know what? Sure. I'll use my second to last fucking flash of genius on this. Valerius will also stare down this man.
Does that mean I get advantage? Is that how that works?
No,
Oh no, you get a
plus
plus
5.
5, so that gets a 16.
Ah, okay.
What you see with the help of Valerius pointing out very interesting micro expressions is that Iral is trying really hard not to laugh at your hubris.
With my hubris, I'm saying I don't want to go in now because that seems like it would be real dumb.
No, he's laughing at the fact that you said you have time to prepare.
Huh.
Like he's not showing this. Like his face is supposed to be blank, but you catch this.
Yeah. Give him a stink eye.
He puts his hand up. Look, I worked with these guys. I fell into the doghouse because of these guys. My family almost died. In a way, I'm indebted to you.
I think
And I'd like
in
to help.
all ways you are indebted to me. Us.
I would say I give you a hand, but and then he looks at his missing hand.
Woohoo.
Yeah, seems you only have one to give, unfortunately. Let's keep it for yourself. Any case,
The best I can do to help. There's an underground tunnel sewerage system. Runs concurrent. Kind of dangerous. Lot of patrols, but it's where the main meetings are held. There's also a way to get to her personal quarters from there, and it's safer technically than going up ground.
Where does it run from?
Outside. Do you have a map?
Outside of where? Appeal grounds?
Outside of Apila grounds. There's a there's like an underground tunnel that breaks into. It's something the UC has been working for ages. And from there.
Opens the map application on his
It's
tablet.
been working for ages.
General Basul, the UC.
Works for the ages.
No, from there.
Ages. AGES.
Ages. The longest time.
Okay. It's like, wait a fucking second, what are you telling me?
If he was working with Aegis, you wouldn't be here.
He
Don't
might
be
not know he's
silly.
with the ages right now. Come on.
People of the Aegis would know they're at the Aegis. Okay. So if we go to the map of Lockley, alright?
Yep.
I'm just gonna use blue. So I can The map is pretty basic, but the entrance is somewhere here. So we get in here and then we go under the Apollo grounds and come up. Where we come up is past the colleges.
Valerius like looks at the map. He's like, does the spot, the entrance that he marked, does it hold any significance to him? Does he recognize it to have be any settlement or any kind there, or is it just empty
Nope.
space?
As far as you know from your studies, from just general knowledge, you know that this entire area, let me get the thingy. There's a reason why they sequestered this area in particular, because there's nothing here.
Allow me to draw for you.
There's
Here you go.
nothing but ice and snow and plains and dangerous creatures. And it's the best place to train young soldiers to be the best soldiers. They also have
Yay.
a maritime sort of thing on the coast.
They have maritime training here? Okay,
Yes.
interesting.
They're like, you go dunk yourself in the cold water, come back out. If you don't die, great, cool.
Okay.
Because that's where we come in. And then from there, it's going to be kind of dangerous. We've got
Oh yeah, from there. Yep.
most of, I don't know what it's called personally, those junk monsters, they eat trash.
What does Valerius know what thing he's talking about?
I would say Valerius less, but Gunlug, you would know from just general sewer systems that sometimes when trash heaps up too often,
Shambling
and
mounds or something.
yeah, something like shambling mounds, but made of trash.
Yeah.
When there's magic infused in a place with a lot of trash, there's also things that eat trash or hunt with trash.
Yep. Oh, lovely.
Just you know, what
Run
what
run
the
into some of their
general
cousins.
pretty much
Us.
he puts in air quotes. He's like, the Apilla grounds, good soldiers would be tasked to come in and clear the area, at least for anything that's too dangerous, and that's when we kill them. It's a way Basul gets rid of people she doesn't like. People who go a little bit too far. People who get too interested in her affairs. They get sent down. They lose their life.
Oh, I see. So you're just setting us up for putting ourselves there so she doesn't have to go through the effort, eh?
Look, I never asked this, but I'm coming with you guys.
Is your nickname the one-armed bandit?
Is that a thing?
Well, there was this teenage book about, and then Valerius trails off about this book that he read a long time ago.
I'll make a wisdom save. He tries. He makes it, but barely. He's sort of facing you because right now, Valerius, you are more attentive and less sassy than Gunlug, so he has a favorite person, and he wants to not. He wants to sort of be buddy with you, and if that
Be your
means
furry.
if
So
if
so
that
he's go-
means having to listen to some nonsense about the one-armed bandit, so be it.
So he's going protocol 1 on me. Cool. This is hilarious.
You know this because you have seen what's her name? Hang on.
Aaron,
Not Erin. The ranger.
the other scout. Okay,
Yeah.
hang on. Sophia.
Yeah, you've seen Sophia do this to you so many times when you start talking about floaty and sciencey shit that she doesn't care about. You only know with Sophia that she likes to talk about shooting things.
Okay, that's fair. Very fair. Right. I think about like 15 minutes of spewing what's it called book club related shit on how this book is amazing. Valerius will look over at him with a smile, then realize his surroundings like, oh wait, we're still in a holding cell. Oops.
Yep. Good luck. How do you feel about this story time? Do you also need to make a wisdom save?
I think Gunlong at this point would have known that when Valerius starts talking about this shit, he doesn't stop until he's done. Considering they spent the better part of 6 years working together.
Exactly. Sad.
What do you mean sad?
Also, if Ida is saying something we cannot hear,
Yeah. This quiet.
too quiet.
It's too quiet. It's not good.
Is she gonna drop off?
She might have. She did mention there was a thunderstorm going on.
Oh yeah, that's true. Technical difficulties, guys.
Yep.
Hello.
Oh, okay, you're
Oh, there
back.
we go.
So
Was it thunderstorm?
no, I just gently knocked my desk with my knee, and my computer turned off.
Oh.
What? Good night, sweet prince.
So
Okay.
yeah,
So
okay.
what did you miss?
That Valerius's friend also doesn't want to listen to his stories, but pretends like she does because she likes it,
Okay, yes. And
like
my
all of his
question
other
to you,
friends.
my question to you is: do you have to make a wisdom saving throw to not fall asleep or punch him in the face?
Do you need me to make another check to see how annoying or how boring
I
this
think
is?
she makes a restraint check to see if she just interrupts him or not.
um, let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna say, take your restraint check is your wisdom plus your proficiency.
Ah, I'm very good then, in other words. So I'm just gonna do a wisdom check, because that's the same.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry,
21.
insight check, I mean.
Nice.
You grit and bear with this stupid ass story if it means this guy is gonna be nice to you.
Oh, I was just thinking, it looks like that guy is bored too, so he also has to suffer through the story.
This is the world's worst. What's
I am
that
petty
word?
enough.
Yeah, that makes sense. It's
Yeah.
like ah.
I have some questions though, but I'll wait until Mal is done with his story.
Oh.
You. Good luck. Your passive insight is pretty high, right?
It is 19.
19. That's very high.
Oh, passive insight? Yes, also
Yes.
19.
You also see that there are some points in Valerius's retelling of whatever that you see Iral's eyes stray towards you, but they never really reach you because he's trying to not look in your direction. Also,
I will smile knowingly every time
like this.
to make
This
sure he
is
sees it.
this is just a battle of two very spiteful people.
Yep,
Yep.
checks out.
then-
Eventually, I will interrupt Valerius if he doesn't stop telling his story.
He takes about like 15 minutes. It's like, oh, hey.
Oh yeah, no. If this story goes on for more than 3 minutes, you will be interrupted.
Okay, Valerius is like, oh, I'm sorry. Continues with the thing.
If it is
Can
15
we-
minutes, like his mouth, like the inside of his mind, the Iral inside his brain will be foaming at the mouth.
I don't think the Gunlag would be physically capable of letting you talk about the one-arm bandit for 15 minutes.
All right. So it's like 3 minutes before Valerius glances over and see the look on Gulov's face. Like, okay, let me wrap this up. In conclusion, it was a good story.
In conclusion, the PowerPoint slide changes.
And you just like quickly run through like 20 slides. Tick, 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 tick.
Tick, 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 tick.
Conclusion.
It's just a big sign with the word conclusion. And then he goes, that was really insightful. Sure, one-armed bandit. His
Great, I'll
face
get-
is still like, what?
Are you embracing the nickname now? Is that?
I mean, why not?
Yeah.
It's a name. I mean, one-armed bandit sounds kind of cool.
Not gonna
Yeah,
lie.
I mean, I
Cool.
only know of the nickname because there was this one girl at a brothel in the slums that we used to call her One Armed Bandit because she only had one arm, but she was really good at actually it doesn't matter.
Both of you make me an inside check.
Wait, me too, or is he with
Yeah,
you?
both of you. Just
Yes.
why? 18. Okay. You start saying this, and then you see his mind drift, and then you catch sort of this facial expression of, oh yeah, I ain't done that in a while.
Anyhow, so how often do they have meetings at this sewer-ish place? Also, how much of the goings on in the pillory grounds are above the board? How much are criminal activity? How many people there are aware of what's happening, and how many are ignorant? And how
I
many
would
of these
say that
ignorant people are doing terrible things,
I would say that
believing?
most of the people in Opila grounds are generally unaware. I know that the basics of it is they will find out what kind of personality you have, and this usually happens during the what's the part of like college and university where you come in and you
Orientation.
he's asking the two fellows.
Okay. What are you
Yeah.
asking?
Like what's the thing where it's technically your first day of school but you just go there to meet other people?
I don't know.
Orientation.
I never went to school.
Yeah, that thing.
Orientation.
I didn't go to school either. But they have those things, and they
Okay.
do like a psychological evaluation thing, and they will look for certain markers in personality.
May I roll a history check to see whether this sort of thing is normal in militaries? At least what I went through.
Sure.
Probably is.
Make a
Probably.
history check with advantage because this is
Huzzah!
your life.
Huzzah! Thank God for advantage.
21. 21. The 21, you know for a fact that every so often, once you progress, they will do a psychological evaluation. First, to see the kind of person you are. Second, to see if you have any trauma. Because they don't want people to live with trauma if they can help it. But this is for people at Rikers. This is for you who are a Riker. But you
Okay.
know for a fact that they want to maintain a certain level of sanity.
This sounds pretty accurate thus far. Keep going.
But knowing this, you think that that bar means that Basul might be picking people who are slightly a little bit more unhinged or a little bit on the narcissistic spectrum.
I mean, I just squint at the man in front of me and I have my answer.
No.
That is correct. Man's unhinged.
Good
And then he
fun. Good
goes,
fun.
once they find out, they'll be put to a certain task. Sometimes it'll be patrol, and the patrol will be filled with the people who are one and the same Basul's hopefuls, and they will come across during their field trips UC members. That's when they get you. I enlisted several. Not many of those kids, but enough.
Okay. Hmm.
Basul has a way with making sure she's not found out. Personally, I don't understand how the Dragonborns there haven't gotten rid of her.
The Dragonborns aside, have the elves been suspicious of her?
She's half elf.
Wait, what? Valerius has like the blankest fucking look at his face. He's like, wait, what is a new development?
Wait,
I
Didn't
think
we
this was
know that?
info from a previous session.
Yeah, I
I
think we
think.
know that.
Hold on. Wait, what? How? Wait, I need to check my notes. But
I
carry
think we
on.
thought she was
Okay,
an elf.
out of character, Basul is half elf. I think you know this for reasons.
NPC Dragonborn is from the noble house of Rexley. Blah blah blah. No, this is a different person.
I think what we were thinking is there
Basul's
was
mom is the head. Is one of them head
Oh
mistresses.
yeah.
yes, and she is an elf. So I don't think we knew if she was half elf or elf,
Yeah. Okay.
but we knew that her mother was an elf
Mm.
because she's
So
the one
now
that
you know
founded the
she's
university.
ha.
Okay.
Basul is dragonborn, half dragonborn, half elf. That doesn't work.
No, the Basu is Dragonborn, but half elf. Wait, what?
No.
Confused.
Ben is saying I thought Basul was dragonborn for some reason. Lol, and I was like, that doesn't make sense. And then I cracked a joke. She's not half dragonborn. She's half human, half elf.
Okay, so I need to fix something then.
Yes.
All my notes have been referencing Basul as Dragonborn thus far. Let me fix that.
Maybe that's why Ben
mean,
thought so. Maybe he's been
for-
reading your notes.
For the longest time, you thought Basul was a guy. So
I mean,
Oh.
that is true. Okay, fuck. Okay.
Because we are very sexist. We heard General Basul and we're like, oh yeah, that dude.
It's a dude.
it's a guy.
I thought she was woman Dragonborn. Yeah, that's what I thought too.
No.
Okay.
I
You're
think
not.
because I think at first we didn't know if the person that founded the university was the same Basul, but we knew that that was an elf. So I just thought she was an elf.
Okay, in my notes
Would you
now,
know?
I'm gonna specify General Mrs. Basul is a half elf. Okay.
If you say Mrs., he's like, she's not married.
I'm not gonna say that, but it's just
Okay.
for clarifying sake.
He just watches you put it in your notes.
It's
Yup,
like
he's like General
Mrs.
Basul.
Yeah.
I think there's a question also that no one's asked yet, which is whether or not the old lady herself is involved. But I don't know. I don't think people
We
would
haven't asked that. We
Yeah,
haven't asked that.
we
And
can ask, yeah. Okay. Do you wanna ask? I'm not sure how to word this.
well, I have a lot of random questions actually for you. So
know. But you
one
might
of
want to
them,
focus on the important ones because we do have a clock.
yes, but I'm not really sure what's the most important either. That's why I just kind of want to.
Let's see. We've gone through like most of the major things as far as like how widespread is UC, who are they being supplied by, blah 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 blah. We have gotten answers to some of them, not all. Do you guys think anything else is more important at the moment? We basically learn of the UC command structure and who actually runs the bloody show.
Did we
We're
ask
just-
how widespread they are? Like, I
Did
don't think we did
we?
specifically. No. How
Wait.
widespread is Versa Corpus?
Yeah, we asked that.
Yeah, he asked. After hearing you guys talk about this, Iral remembers. Okay, since we're trying to figure out whether she's married or not, she's not. Her full name is Tozra Basul.
Okay, General Mrs. Torza Basul. Cool.
Miss, I guess. Just
Miss,
Tozra.
yes.
I don't know who she is. She heads the Bear Corps. I know it's a little unknown. It's considered Ursa Corpus.
Yeah.
She likes bears.
Okay.
And if I remember correctly, I think that's between 10 and 20,000 under her, including the Ursa
Oh.
Corpus.
Yes, I forgot the Pilgrims is an actual military.
Okay. Huh. So you think we're gonna go in there and kill her?
Never heard
And
of
then
cutting
what?
off the snake's
Just
head
waltz out?
before. Yeah, pretty much. I mean,
And then not die in the process? I mean, I know you don't care if she dies, but I do.
I'm okay if you have any better ideas.
Well, if we can somehow make the public believe whatever we have information here, political suicide is also an option too.
He nods. Like
Do
I
you know
said,
if her
most of the
mother
people
is
don't know.
involved with any of her business?
Who's her mom?
The founder of the university.
He looks at
Ice
you
Root
with
College
abject
University.
confusion.
Ice Root
Okay.
College.
Also confusion.
Never
Okay.
mind then.
I had another just completely random, unrelated question.
He
Were
looks
you
at you.
involved in the distribution and smuggling of the dragon's blood drugs?
We brought him in, but I don't distribute. I just make sure it lands.
But do you produce them or do you just
No, we bring him
pass
in.
them on? Okay.
I
Lovely.
don't think dragon blood is made here.
By here you mean
Like in this continent. Because to get it, we actually have to, like, bring ships. Make sure it's safe.
okay.
That was a long time ago. Fuck if I know if they start making it here.
Cool.
I had a somewhat interesting. Okay, Valerius is gonna confirm something. It's like, since you were part of UC for a very long time, does the name Luke Noctis ring any bells to you?
He shakes his head.
Okay, Valerius lets out a sigh. It's like, okay,
That's good.
at least we know for, okay, at least according to this man.
Well,
This,
we know that he doesn't know anything.
yeah,
about
yeah, basically that. That
Which
doesn't
is-
mean he could
it's
not be part
something.
of them, but you know.
It's something. You said you trust him.
Right, Valerius gives a nod, then looks back at Gunlock. I don't think I have any more questions. I think we've gotten all we could ask.
I'm sure we can come back and ask more.
That's assuming we get
We
back.
should probably talk to the group. Yeah.
All right.
Look, I don't have anywhere else to go. It's not like I have a job
We know.
anymore. You can just probably ask me to answer more questions whenever. But most importantly, I need to know when we're going.
Why? Do you have a lot of preparation to do?
No. I mean, this place is nice, don't get me wrong. Like 3 meals a day, a bed, control the climate. Place is nice.
So how about we go get you when we're ready to go?
That's
If
fair.
we don't have any more questions.
That works.
Mm.
Look, uh, if you're leaving, I know my sister hates me now.
I
At
think
least
she
she has
has
a
heard
chance.
everything you've been saying, so
Make me an insight check.
Give me a second. Insight. Plus do the table.
Oh, natural 20. You have given your mom the same kind of face when your brother got picked up by the police.
Oh.
It is this trying to hide surprise and embarrassment and guilt. But it's there. Valerius doesn't see any of this.
Valerius, yeah, he doesn't see any of this.
He remains quiet. Whatever he wanted to say in that sentence was cut short because he's aware.
Thank you for your cooperation. We might be back with more questions.
He nods. You have my help.
Thank you for your time. Valerius stands up and starts heading towards the door, opens it and waits for Gunlock to walk past before going through himself.
I'll give Iral one last look.
Are you
And
looking for anything in particular?
No, just I wasn't prepared for the shame that I saw.
He's still fighting that. He's looking down at the table, just silent as ever. As both of you walk out, you see Helena in absolute tears, hearing what her brother has done throughout the years. Even a change of heart will not save him. As soon as you come out,
Like
she wipes her face.
the last thing I say to him before leaving is just your family is safe now because you finally decided to do the right thing.
He looks at you and just gives you a nod. Acknowledgement. But the pain is still there. There's no bravado. Helena sees Valerius come out of the door, and then Gunlaug. She wipes her eyes. She slaps her face a little, trying to pretend that nothing happened, but you see her eyes puffy. Her nose is red, her ears are red, her cheeks flushed.
It's a long walk. I'll get some water and
Is it a long walk though? Valerius pulls out the map.
I will look at Valerius and just tell him it's a long walk, okay?
Valerius does the oh face, then nods her eyes. Like, yeah, it's a long walk.
Yeah, I haven't seen him since we were kids. I forgot he left when he was 14. I told him not to go. I don't know if it was my fault.
I can guarantee you that it wasn't.
He did ask if I wanted to go with.
And I think it's probably a good thing that you didn't. Hey,
And it makes me think, what if my children, I know they wanted to leave. I know eventually they could. Would this happen to them as well? But
it
you
seemed to
you
be
were
one
at
of
the
the
slums.
recruitment grounds.
We stayed at the slums. You protected us. So
The
maybe they
slums are nicer now than they were, what, 15, 20 years ago? A lot nicer. Well, at least that part of it that you were in.
she wipes her eyes
And
as
I'm
tears continue to fall
making
and
sure it stays that way.
I I've never been to Bror. That was the first time. If you say it was worse 15 years ago, no, more than that.
It was worse 5 years ago.
He was he was a dick when we were younger, but not to that extent.
Doesn't sound like it's been in an environment that's fostered a lot of, well, anything except for being a dick.
I know he asked you to help us, but I just want to let you know, all of you, you helped us out. We cannot help you. We have nothing. I wish we could help you more.
We're not asking for anything from you.
The most we can do is pray.
I think what you should focus on is just being with your family. I think the only thing that Aral had left to care about was you guys, and it is the one slightly redeeming quality he's got.
She takes a deep breath.
You're the best of him, okay?
She nods. She remains in silence as you walk, just trying to calm herself. You also see that
I'll check her before we get to the actual house, like how she looks, and just help her clean up.
she nods.
like
She's
nothing's wrong.
again very thankful. She's like, I don't want my kids to see me like this.
No.
I also don't want them to know that their uncle is still alive. Teg,
Well, I think we said that before, but I mean, do you tell them whatever story you want? You could just say that he's alive and he's fine and he'll be going somewhere else than you guys are going. You don't need to say anything else.
she nods. She every so often there'll be a sniffle from her. And then you finally reach the cottage. Valerius, this is the first time you have come across the civilians' quarters. It's very quaint. It's like a little village in Disney. And their house
Cool.
is a very nice little cottage, 2-bedroom with a magic eternal food dispenser.
So jealous.
When you do come back, she greets everybody as if nothing was wrong. And then she goes to the bathroom for a while. Farid stands up. And he goes to the both of you specifically. It looks like something bad happened. He says this quietly.
Oh, what makes you think that? I will say quietly.
Wendigo will also stand with Farid and just look at the duel.
We got a lot of information. I'll fill you guys in once we leave here.
Hmm.
It is also incredibly late, so I suggest all of you try and get some sleep.
Still up. Yeah, you should get some sleep. I'll go over to the magic food cupboard and think about a Larry's kebab and a bottle of vodka.
It's not an exact replica of Larry's kebab, but it's close enough that you taste the trash. And by trash, I mean it's still food. It's just,
Uh,
it's made with love and less
yes,
care.
I can feel my my veins and arteries clogging up. It's good,
Yep.
as they should.
And good luck. It's been a while since you had like proper trash food. But because it's not actually Larry's kebab, you don't have to make a constitution save or diarrhea.
Does the alcohol arrive as well? Do I now have infinite alcohol supply?
Oh, alcohol does not appear though. You think that
Ah,
would be a very dangerous thing to have. Imagine the
oh,
Molotov cocktails. Oh,
yeah.
chaos. The two parents, Helena and Craig, finally come out. They thank you profusely. But they're also saying that they have to bed down. The kids have gone to sleep.
Yep.
The excitement is over. They're mostly worried about what is going to happen come the morning. Well, technically, Kreira's morning.
We'll figure it out.
I will get to Ben in text RP because it's mostly like a lot of research stuff and
Yep,
a lot
that
of lore
works.
dump.
Can I take Wendy and Farid to the library to where the other ones are and then just fill everyone in on everything that we found out?
Sure.
Can
Do you
you
wanna
take them to the Can you take them to the workshop because Valerius needs tools?
We can stop by the workshop and get your tools, and then we go to the library where everyone else is.
Okay.
Wendigo will exit with Farid out of the little cottage, but he's not going beyond civilian zones.
Oh, you're staying.
Hmm.
Looking out for them?
He just glances at Farid. Employee.
I think we can take him with us, don't you think?
Farid sees this and he goes, as I've mentioned to Mr. Wendigo here, I think that would be a very bad idea. Until
Thought that
at
was
least
just for the waffles.
no, for until we get some papers sorted.
Yeah,
Apparently, we have to do that.
roam the premises.
Yeah. Wendigo's not going beyond the cottage garden or whatever the perimeter is.
Okay.
I mean, we could try.
Don't have to. I mean, if they decide that they don't want to initiate you or whatever it is that they want to do with you, they'll erase your memory. So it doesn't necessarily matter where you go.
Unlock. Mine.
Right.
Good luck. Make me an insight check when you say the erase memory thing. Yeah. You don't catch anything.
Been a long day.
Mm-hmm. Farid waves you goodbye, and he does not go into the house. He takes like some bedding and puts it outside on the veranda. And he goes to sleep.
Wendigo will just curl up by the side of the veranda as well, back against the wall.
So, want to brief you tomorrow?
Go sleep.
Okay. Hearing Wendigo tell you to go to sleep, do you continue to the library to look for Bosk or?
Yep.
Okay.
Actually, I'll say if Gunlock doesn't know, she can try an insight.
Sure. Up
Yes.
to Gunnog.
Because she doesn't quite understand what's going on with Wendy. 15.
Wendigo was not happy at the casual mention of the erased memory thing. And
Oh
it
yeah,
doesn't
no,
matter
that I
where-
picked up on. Yes.
So Wendigo is saying, go sleep.
Yeah. But the lady with the clipboard said that before anyways, didn't she?
She said
When
it-
everyone's out of earshot.
Yeah. They were
Oh.
far away.
I missed that detail. I thought that had been disclosed to Farid already.
No, Farid, out of character, pulling back the curtains. The reason why Farid was suspicious about all of this was because the family had papers, and the lady was surprised to see him, so he's assuming that he doesn't have papers.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah. I just assumed that the thing about the memory thing had been disclosed to Farid.
Oh no, that is like a massive secret.
Yeah, and that like Gunlock saying it doesn't matter where he goes, that's when Wendigo step inside mine.
Yeah. She just, yep,
It's
okay. You do
it's
you,
kind
bud.
of a general consensus that wiping one's memory is kind of a frowned upon thing, but it's a
Yeah, no shit.
necessary thing. So they
But
tend
also,
to not tell people.
we've been told, and we've been with this company for less than a month, so I
mean,
didn't
that's
think it was
because
that
you work
secret.
here.
Yes.
It does require
Wendigo
your
is not
consent.
happy that Gunlock's being flippant with his employee.
I suppose that too.
Boss mode.
She does not understand the relationship that they have there at all. Or why we took Farid with us this far.
Sounds like something that you guys have to discuss. Anyway, you make your way to the library of Bosk. At what point do you sort of stop looking around and you sort of become tired and want to go to sleep?
What do you
Because when they finally get to the library, it's almost 1 in the morning.
okay. Depending on what I find, I might just be like ready to pack up and be like, oh, I found some neat things I wanted to test in the lab.
Okay,
And then they're gonna be like, it's 1 a.m. and I'll be like, oh,
research
consider
assignment.
going to sleep, but then
Okay.
probably not.
Okay. That is where they catch you, actually.
Perfect.
Ah, yes.
Well, before you go
Oh,
to do
you're
that,
back already.
yeah, and this is what we found out. Relay information.
Okay. I actually wasn't here, so I can't be hand waved.
I
But
know.
I'll just cab later. It's fine.
Yeah.
What is the response that
Sorry, you were breaking up
You
for me.
disappeared.
what is the response that I should be giving right now?
Okay,
Is it, oh,
so
that's a lot of
quick
stuff.
quick
Where
summary.
do we begin
We got
next?
some more people. He knows how to get to General Basul, suggesting we do it as quickly as possible because the less time she gets to prepare, the better. Because she can out prepare us apparently by far, and if we give her time to prepare, we are doomed.
Right, so we need to raid.
I don't know because she's in the artillery grounds, where there are about 10,000 soldiers under her command. But apparently
Yes.
there's a secret sewer system where the Ursa Corpus meets, and that has a direct channel to her private rooms.
Okay. Why are we going after her again?
That's
She's
the first
the
question I thought.
What?
Is she not the leader of the Ursa Corpus? Is she
No,
not,
no,
the most
the
corrupt
you're
person?
you're making her your problem instead of expanding it a bit to think about.
Yeah, I'm not saying we have to go in now guns blazing. I'm just giving the information that we got.
No, why are we going after her in general? Is that the assignment?
No, I I don't know what the assignment is. The assignment is to get the freaking bluebird. We don't know shit about him.
Yes. So shouldn't shouldn't we be I don't see how this relates to the assignment.
Think in the sense of Aegis wants to make the world a better place according to themselves, and she runs all of the people smuggling, the brothels, or stealing from the brothels, and drug cartels on the continent.
While that might be true, that's not necessarily our assignment. What
Yes.
what else? What did you mentioned that we have more people, like from the Aegis, or
Oh no, no, no! She has more people. We got names and descriptions of more of her people.
right? I
Yeah.
see. Well,
I mean,
I
I'm
think we
assuming the bounty on
definitely
her head is really big. We haven't gotten paid for Kel yet, but I guess that's
yes.
tomorrow a problem.
I nod slowly, and we haven't really managed to speak to Etienne yet, have we?
The 10 is still indisposed of, apparently.
Yeah, he's probably still on a s- probably still on a mission. Um, while I can appreciate the initiative of planning to go after the general, the Apilio grounds, I'm thinking that might be slightly above our pay grade,
Probably.
unless we have some kind of plan.
Oh, not at all. And I'm not saying we should go after her, just saying this is the information.
Ah, okay, right. I nod, and then um, Was there more information?
I think
Unfortunately, yeah, most of the
Unfortunately,
information we got from oh god, what's his name?
Iral?
One arm dude, yeah, Iral was basically only based on Ursa Corpus, that was the only thing he knew about.
Yeah, understandable, because that's like
Mm.
that's kind of what we expected, honestly, or what I expected going in.
Yep.
Out of game, if anything, this has given us potential enemies we could encounter if we dig further into the Bluebirds. Maybe Basul sends these two lieutenants down our way. Who knows?
I mean, we're in trouble anyways because we killed Kel. So I think the idea is that no matter what happens next, she will come after us for that.
Only if we're doing things. Lay low for a while, we should be fine.
I mean, if we still continue on going to the Appealer grounds, the giant target's gonna be painted right on our backs if we go there.
Yeah. Yeah.
And why do we want to go there at all?
At first, way back when, was because I wanted to get more information on General Basul, so I went
Yep.
to talk to Lucas. Like, oh hey, can we like visit
Yeah.
the place and talk to you? Now we
But if
don't
we,
necessarily have to.
yeah,
I'm
if
just
we
saying
decide
if
she's not the target, I think we stay the fuck away. If she is the target, then that would be really helpful information, probably.
I mean, if I can, the only thing I can justify of us trying to get more information on General Basul is to see who joins these little meetups at the underground place. Perhaps the Bluebird himself goes there. So I don't know.
Yeah, I think our priority right now needs to be finding out what's happened to him,
So far,
which might mean returning to Minor.
What do you mean the what happened to him part? Because I only caught something about a theater house and that was it.
I think the news was that Bluebird's been replaced in his official position. Was that correct?
wasn't that like a long time ago though?
Mm-hmm.
Hang on,
It
I think it's
not like long time ago. It was before. I think we came into that information before we went um out into Locklear
yeah.
to
I'm
get the
I don't
family.
recall anything about that.
Yep. Hang on, just
Well,
going
what you
through the
do
missions.
know,
Morgana hasn't told you guys.
Oh, no wonder.
Oh, okay.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah. That is something she plans to do after she finishes learning her spell.
yeah.
Okay. Just imagine we've done that already. When did you find that information?
The morning before, actually this morning.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
okay.
So it's fresh news then. Okay,
Yep.
very good. Very good.
Okay, cool.
Perfect. Excellent. Yeah, so I think um I imagine I'll see this later once that information has been revealed to us, is we should probably go back to Minor and find out more about that. Unless we get reassigned to the General Basul thing. But
Hmm.
I imagine it would be safer for the Aegis if they sent another team after her, given that they may know who we are. Like,
That's true.
though perhaps we would work quite well as a distraction. A decoy team. But
Lovely.
that's not for me to decide.
No. Anyhow, that's what we know. That's the information we have. I don't know what we do next. I don't know what next steps here.
Well, I know what I'm going to do, and then I like hold up my stack of books and notes.
Mm.
I haven't been able to find out too much of use about this thing yet, but with luck, maybe I will have something tomorrow.
I said that you can, use him to investigate and see if he's got the creepy worm in him.
Who, Kel?
Around.
Oh,
I mean, Kel's
um,
dead. I'm sure you can
yes,
do
he,
whatever you
he
want with
he
him.
doesn't have one. I don't think Iral would, based on the reaction of the man who did have it. Um, if he if he if he did have one, it would have killed him by now. I'm fairly certain.
All
Um,
right.
DM
Fair enough.
confirmation, is this what I think?
Yes. You
Yes.
assume this is such because you think it's triggered by a flight response.
Yeah. That's so funny. The first dude that got infected, like, it took hold after I shot him in the eye.
Yeah, that's fair.
I just shot him and he was like, oh,
Oh, pulling the curtains back, he gets shot in the eye, and he's like, "This is a mistake. Oh, what the fuck is happening to me?"
Hey Ben, we were joking about what if we created a signal whistle or something to trigger those prematurely.
oh,
Then Apila ground suddenly becomes a real hot spot.
that would be very interesting.
Good fun.
Yes. That would be something
That would be the
that I would
distraction you
be
needed
interested
for
in.
anything.
Yes, yes. That would be one of the many things that Bosk will look into once she finds out more about these things. These are the kinds of questions that will come up. And then she will remember that she is technically a doctor and should not be wondering about these things.
I swear an oath.
Uh, instead of a Hippocratic oath, it's a hypocritical oath.
Yes.
How long have you been wanting to do that joke?
Oh, so ever since I was introduced to the medical system in this country,
Oh no. Feels bad, man.
and I will say it again and again. Anyway, is that all the conversation you guys are having before you bed down for the night? I say night, because we're following Krayra time. It's much
Yes.
easier.
I will probably spout some nonsense about the things that I did find, and then I'll be like, ah, but that's not super important or useful yet, so I will see what else I can find.
Okay. Um, unless there is more conversation between whoever is left over. Morgana has locked herself in her room and she will not be disturbed until she has finished all her spell writing down. She's very excited.
No, I just want to do the one spell for 6 hours first.
Yeah. Okay.
Is
That is
important.
the which spell?
I think the teleportation.
Teleportation
Teleportation.
circle.
Teleportation is a level 6,
5.
5, and that would be 10
10 hours.
hours.
And then last week we did 4.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I need
You're
6 more.
you're fine. You have a
Yes.
lot of time actually. Yeah, you have a lot of time.
Morgana has a sign on her room door, scribing spells. Please do not disturb.
I also have a lot of spells. It's 46 hours I calculated.
Oh, that is a lot of spells. That
Yeah,
is a
so
lot of hours. Okay, so for tonight, you have uh about 8 hours free because you only sleep for 4 hours.
mhm.
So you can actually do you can finish up the teleportation spell and you can probably do half of something else. Or one of something
Nice.
else. Is it half? Whatever it is.
No. Okay. So I finish my thingy and then
Yeah.
I
That happens in the
do I need
morning.
to tell you what the spell I want to go on, no, right?
I trust you to do your own math.
Yeah,
Just
I'm
record
keeping
which one.
track of it on my side.
Yeah. And just put it on
But
your
in
sheet, then easy for
yeah.
you to click.
Wait, click on my sheet?
Yeah. So when you finish the spell, you just write it down in your sheet.
Ah, yeah. So then after I'm done, I go and find the person to activate the circle for Aegis.
Yep. You can go to Madame Vila and she'll walk you through. We have 20, yeah, about 10 more minutes. I am going to cut to the morning.
Oh, morning.
And I will go with Morgana because by that time you would have finished your teleportation circle spell right up.
Yeah.
You you're very well rested. Your chill. You're so happy you have a new spell now, and it's such a powerful spell. And you go to the front of the counter. You see Madame Fila. She's taken her spot, where she's just usually helping people, and she sees you, and she's like, "Oh, how can I help you?"
Good morning. I have a teleportation circle spell, and I need to. Are you the person? If I want to activate
She
it.
She nods, she gets up immediately, and she shakes her head. She's like, I would like to say congratulations, because not many people go through that as fast as you do. Anyway, I just need you to fill out this form, and then we're just gonna take you around to get yourself situated with the comings and goings. And at the same time, everyone in your team will also be cleared for access anytime.
Okay,
Do you
that's
need
great.
any supplies?
Do I need supplies? Hold
I
on.
think yes, right? You need like 50 GP worth of diamond dust or something.
Oh, damn it! I did not write it down.
If you click the spell, it should tell you under VSM.
I only clicked the word VS. I didn't write what it was. Click. Teleport.
Bye, Valerius.
Bye.
You will make the
Okay,
bear.
I need red chalks and inks infused with precious gems worth 50 GP.
You mentioned that, and she's like, actually, we're gonna give you a nice little starter pack. So you can come in and out whenever.
Oh, okay. How much I need to pay for it?
No, just like gratis.
Oh, that's nice. Thank you.
Because it's like
So
welcome to the teleportation circle gang.
Yeah.
She takes you to
The
the
club.
club, the TP club. She takes you to the same room where you first got your necklace scan and your biometrics done, and she gives you the piece of technology. Right, we're gonna have to. This is mostly customary, but here's a finger prick, and she gives you like this uh needle device that you need to sort of put on your thumb. I'm gonna need you to smear your blood into this uh thing here, and then it will record, and then you'll feel warmth on your trinket. And then she looks on your person. She's like, the necklace will feel kind of warm. Um, and then you're good to go.
okay. Um, should I? No. Can I even try it out? Like, where can I go from here?
Oh, she looks around. I don't know much about this magic thing, but I'm sure somebody at the library can teach you how.
Okay. Maybe you can give me some names I could go look for.
One of the librarians, what is his name? Short gnomish fella, very excited about everything. I can't remember his name right now. Feel. Yeah. Feel the librarian. He knows about temporal magics.
Feel. Okay.
I think you've met him before out of
Yes, I believe I do. Okay, I believe I did.
Feel.
Okay.
Yes.
So he knows about the sigil and all that.
Uh-huh. He's really knowledgeable about temporal stuff. He really likes it, but if you talk to him about mechanical stuff, he knows nothing. I also know nothing, so I don't know what I'm slagging him about. Anyway,
Okay.
I'm really glad that you managed to get this, because now we don't have to spend resources sending people to you. You can just come back to us whenever. If
Yes.
I've learned correctly, you can actually like just disappear from where you are. Like right here, right now. You don't have to go back to the circle. But if you wanted to come back here, you do have to go to the circle.
Oh, okay.
Anyway,
I'll check
that's
with
all I know.
Master. Yeah, I'll check with Master Phil for information. I'm pretty new to this.
She
Literally
smiles
just
the
learned it.
biggest smile at you, and she's like, "Oh, this is so exciting! I love it when new recruits get new magic, especially teleportation. It's less paperwork for me, mostly, but I'm really happy for you."
Thank you. Then I have to fill out the form, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Proceeds to fill out the form, hands it back to her.
She thanks you, and then she goes, "Okay, I'm gonna go back and do the paperwork, but enjoy the rest of your day here." And
You
then she
too,
leaves.
thanks.
Are
And
you
then
going to go find Mr. Veal?
what time is it?
Technically, it is morning, but over here it is kind of dark.
Where is everybody?
Everybody you assume is still
Still
asleep,
sleeping.
Okay.
so you
I
have
need to remember.
you have
I
some
need to
time.
remember to tell them about the thing I know.
That's
So
up to
what
you, bro.
time is that? Is it time for them to wake up? Can I go wake them up?
You can definitely do that if you feel like it.
Morgana's just like, you guys sleep too long, man.
Well,
I need to
I mean,
remember to tell you this stuff. Just write a note, slide it under Gunlog's desk. It's like, have important news, might forget about it later.
Remind
Ask
me.
me.
Yeah, I will do that because I also want to go talk to Master Phil.
Okay.
So
This
I
ticket
will.
will remind me.
Yeah, I grab some paper from my room and then just jot down. Remind me about Bluebird. Then slide under everybody's door.
Everybody gets a love letter. It's like, remind me about Bluebird? Question mark, question mark. You do that easy enough, and then you make your way back to the library, and you call Master Field, the librarian. He bounds up towards you, and he goes, "Hi. I heard you were asking for me."
Yeah, hi. You
Yeah.
remember me?
Yes. How can I help you? It's
Okay.
not a mechanical thing, is it?
No. Don't worry. I just learned a new spell, teleportation circle,
He
and
claps his hand. Congratulations.
smiles. Thank you. And I was informed that you would be the right person to maybe learn about how to use the sigil.
He nods. I'm interested in it, but I don't really know how to use it. I can walk you through it. When did
Oh,
you receive the spell? When did you study it?
today?
Last night.
Last night. And he's like, okay. So what you have to do is I'm gonna draw a circle. Actually, no, this is the worst place. He takes piece of chalk from the desk, and then he mumbles something to his friend saying he'll be back later, and he goes, "Follow me." He leads you to an empty room with barely any furniture, and you see like chalk lines here, there, and everywhere. And he starts cleaning it with prestidigitation. He just cleans the floor so it looks new. And then he starts drawing a circle on the ground with various sigils that you recognize because you just drew it in your book. And he
Okay.
goes, okay, so here's the circle. The whole point of spending 1 minute is that you put the intention down, and as you draw the sigils, you think of where you want to go.
Nod,
And you
nod.
have to keep the vision in your head. It's going to take a minute. And make sure you're not interrupted. You can't just draw half the circle, go away, and then come back in. But you can draw the entire circle, go away, and then come back in with the intention to teleport.
Oh,
Because you've already infused the spell, you just haven't activated it.
okay.
Oh, that's neat.
So usually that's a suggestion from one of the masters um, as a way to emergency leave. Because all of you tend to get into a lot of trouble for very little reasons. This is why I'm a librarian. It's safe.
We feel attacked.
Immediately attack. Aside from that, you seem to know the sigils. What else do you want to know?
Um, where I can just draw it anywhere.
A flat surface would be good.
Uh-huh.
You can't draw it on water unless it's ice, but you still need to sort of have the chalk and stuff.
Okay. Yeah, I got like a starter kit. So I think
Uh-huh.
we're good with that. Mm-hmm.
I think if I'm not mistaken, we should have given you like enough for 5 teleportations.
Oh,
Yeah, it's
I
just to get you used to it before you get your own stuff. But as part of the Aegis, I'm aware that if you just need a top up, you can just go to Madame Fila and she'll just top you up. Perks.
okay, great. Thank you for
Important
that.
question. He said you can cast it and then activate it later. Is it possible to like draw the circle on like a rug or similar?
If you ask this, he shakes his head. It has
Okay.
to be a static location. If you
Okay,
move
okay.
the rug, like you can draw it on the rug, it'll work. But if you move it away just like a little bit, the spell tends to diffuse. I personally think it's because you just pulled a thread in the abstract reality of how magic is considered in this plane of existence. You know, tampering the weave.
Uh, okay. So I learned the sigil, the sequence.
He
I copy
nods.
it down. Okay.
Also, you can take a few people with you. I think that's a maximum amount. I'm not
Is there?
mistaken.
Doesn't say so.
Der,
Any
der,
creature that enters the portal, no.
Oh my
Doesn't
god.
say that
It
I.
has been a
Just how many can run in there in 6
while.
seconds?
Is it?
I'm not
Yeah,
sure.
I think that's how it works.
Oh, as many people.
Yeah, it just opens for
It,
um.
it bloop, bloop.
One round.
She doesn't even say. Oh, until the end of your next turn.
Ah, okay.
One
Yeah,
round.
so just remember that. Um, I've I kind of don't want to imagine what happens if your friends go in a little bit too late. I've heard of horrible stories of people getting cut into half.
Yeah. You lose your arm like in
Oh,
Avengers.
Yeah, so
Finishing
you
move.
kind of
I
have to
will
have
take
your whole
note of
body
that.
through.
We'll
Yeah.
use that to explain how Iral lost his hand. Easy.
I will take note of that.
You got chomped.
Mina asks how Iral lost his arm. Like, oh, that big scary guy, he ate it. Mina's like, I
After ripping
shared
his skull.
space with that one. I knew it.
And
Okay.
then he continues sort of discussing with you the finer and more fun points of teleportation circle. Like if you try and teleport to a place that doesn't exist, it fails. If you do certain things, there's a percentage of failure, or you might miss teleport to somewhere else, which is why when you want to come here, you have to teleport straight to the circle because that's a definite anchor point. If you
Isn't
just think,
teleportation circle limited to the specific circles?
oh, is it? Oh
Yeah, I
yeah,
don't
yeah, it
think
is.
you can teleport freely with it.
It is. The freely
Yeah, yeah,
teleport
yeah.
is a level 7.
Yeah, it's much higher level.
Yeah,
So right now we shouldn't be able to teleport out
anywhere.
of HQ. We can only teleport in until Morgana learns the coordinates of another circle.
Oh, right. That reminds me. As a DM, thank you for reminding me. Feel sort of looks at you and be like, "Oh, you know, I should probably give you a directory to the other. Where do you stay again?
I stay in the.
Like
What
which
do you mean?
I think
continent?"
he means like like out in the world, not
Where's your home?
Yeah, not
Not-
not your home, not your domicile, but
Oh.
the location, the postcode.
we're based in
Mentions the postcode,
Bror.
name of the hotel.
He squints at you and tries to
Efflon
remember.
Minor. It's like, wait, we probably need to give him the continent name.
Yeah.
You definitely know the circle for Avalon Minor.
I definitely know it. Okay.
But you also know the circle for the main city of Roar because that's where you TP to Avalon Minor.
Okay. Main circle of Roar, Efflon,
And then he
Minor,
asks you,
and hotel. And yeah.
what's one more circle that you'd like to know?
One more
The
circle
one
that I
here.
would like to know.
The one here is a given.
Okay.
So you pretty much have the Bror one, the Avalon Minor one, the one
What about
here.
your school?
Ah, you have never seen that one.
Oh,
But
but
if you
will
want it,
Phil know?
you can ask.
You can be like, oh, I'm an alumni. Am I entitled to the coordinates? Is that a thing? Is
What
that a
that's it.
perk that you get?
Yeah. I was thinking of going back to my school. Do you think I could is there like a circle?
He nods. There is one. Do you have anything to prove that you went there?
Takes out library card from the school.
That's a flex. That is
It
a
says
flex.
student,
A student card, but that's a
graduate.
legit flex. Because he's a librarian.
What's the school called again, huh?
The
Something
school called it Ice Root College of Magic.
Ah, yeah. I was like,
He
Ice Root
sees that card and he's like, he is impressed. He's like, oh, the Ice Root College of Magic. That's impressive. Now that
No
you're
wonder it
verified.
only took you one night.
Understood. He gives you the coordinates for the Icewood College of Magic. Although I would suggest that before you actually end up going to the circle, you let them know that you're coming. I have heard of tales where people just drop by and bad things happen.
Ah, okay. I will make a note to drop them a note before I come over. Then.
Call first. Yes,
Oh,
yes.
first. Just as you are starting to make that note, and Morgana makes so many notes. I have in my head canon, like Morgana has just a book, like post-it notes everywhere in his spell book. Like, don't forget Eye of Newt.
Stir counterclockwise.
Counterclockwise. That is this way, circle arrow. Just as you start writing this note, everybody, whether you're awake or asleep, feels a very strong buzz from the necklace. And all of you know that means y'all need to go to the meeting room because there's a meeting happening now. You have taken a
We're
long
being
rest.
Summoned.
And that is where we're gonna stop for today.
Wahoo! Meeting.
Yeah, meeting.
Yay!
Very
Thank you
nice.
for
Very
playing.
nice.
Next week you will talk to what's her face?
What's
What
the
was
thing?
her name? Ethis.
Is that our
Ethis.
new handler, right?
Yeah.
That
The
is your current
gnome
handler.
lady.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Grumpy small lady.
She's standing in for Etienne.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you for
Yeah.
playing. We will
Yep.
see
Yep.
all of you next week for the continuation and maybe some briefing and maybe more sassiness. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.